Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in for another video. Now in this video, it's actually not too much about the gameplay. I just actually had some gameplay lying around, and so that's why you're seeing a bunch of TF2 here. But what I want to talk about is something that's more serious than TF2. This is actually a video response to Steve from Cross Counter TV, and I'll put a link so that you guys can go check out that video. I highly recommend that you watch that video before listening to this one, otherwise it's going to be kind of hard to understand because this is a video response to that. Now in Steve's video, he talks about happiness, and I think this is an interesting subject because this is something that everyone has to deal with at some point in their life. And for me, it's happening. I'm really starting to think about what is happiness about now in my life. I'm 24 years old, and I think Steve said he was in his late 20s or something like that. This is past school, past college and all that stuff, starting to get into real life. And you start to think about these kinds of issues, like what is happiness and how do you obtain happiness in life? Now, I think deep down, I think everyone is trying to look to find some sort of long-term happiness, not these short little things like buying a present for yourself. That sort of happiness, it only lasts a short while, and after a while it just goes away, and then you might become your depressed self again. Like I've done that before, where I've been feeling depressed. I tried to buy something and it did help a little bit, but I went back to being my old self. And it's trying to find long-term, like lifetime happiness that is one of the big issues in life. Now, setting goals and achieving goals can bring you a feeling of happiness because that feeling of accomplishment, it feels good to accomplish something after really working at it. But even though I think that goals are great and that's a great feeling when you accomplish it, when you actually reach a goal, that feeling doesn't last very long. I've noticed that whenever I accomplish something in life, that feeling of accomplishment doesn't last very long. You feel good for a short while, and then you set another goal for yourself, and then you're kind of back at it again, trying to achieve another goal. So that actual feeling of happiness when you achieve something only lasts a short time. Now, I still think setting goals is very important because it gives you direction in life. But I don't think that's the most important thing, achieving that goal. Yes, it's good, but I think what you get out of it most happens on your journey towards that goal. These day-to-day experiences that you go through when trying to reach your goal, I think those are very important, and that's where you're going to find happiness, the long-term happiness that I think everyone wants. It's really great to work at something really hard and at the end feel this big surge of happiness, of accomplishment once you've reached your goal. But you're going to spend most of your life trying to reach that goal. So I figured, hey, you might as well try to be happy along the way. Find these little bits and chunks of happiness along the way, life experiences that you can look forward to, and not just look forward to the end goal, but look forward to the day-to-day experiences that help make you who you are. For example, I'm sure there are a lot of you out there who are going through high school or going through college, and I guess you can say that the goal of high school and college, the end goal, is to get your diploma or get your degree, right? That's the thing you're working for 4 years. You're trying to get that piece of paper at the end, right? But even though that piece of paper is very important and that's what you get out of the 4 years of college, you should try to enjoy yourself the entire 4 years. You're going to be there for 4 years, and it's the day-to-day experiences that you go through during those 4 years that are going to make you who you are. It's going to build your personality. You're going to build relationships with other people, and I think that's where you're going to find your happiness, not at the very end when you go through graduation and it's finally over, because even though you'll feel happy when that happens, it doesn't last for very long. Trust me, I've been there. I've already got my high school diploma and I've got my bachelor's degree. And it felt great. No doubt it felt great to finally be done with it and get my diploma, get my degree. But that feeling of happiness didn't last for very long. Now, right now I'm in grad school and I'm finding my own happiness in everyday experiences, day to day, just something small that, something good that happened to me. And hey, sometimes maybe you're gonna go through an entire day and nothing good happens. That just happens sometimes. That's just life. But I try to find good, positive experiences for myself every day to build up happiness slowly and not just expect to be happy when I achieve this end goal. Now, when I was a kid, I used to play junior golf competitively. So because it was competitive, you know, the idea of a competition is obviously to win, right? And it seems like that is the goal of the competition, is to win. Now, I practiced really hard to win, and I always got frustrated and mad whenever I didn't. So after a while, it was like, why was I doing this? Why was I actually playing golf if, you know, I'm only gonna feel happiness when I win? But then my dad told me something kind of interesting, and now I think I truly fully understand what he meant. He said, I shouldn't have to win to have fun. If I have fun, the wins will come. And I thought, wow, that's very confusing at first, but then now I think I really understand it. I shouldn't have to accomplish something. I shouldn't have to beat everyone just to have fun. Otherwise, I'm going to be very unhappy and very frustrated pretty much all the time, because trust me, I didn't win that much. I wasn't that good. So I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to have fun, if I'm going to be happy while doing this, it can't be to win, because I'm not going to win most of the time. I want to spend most of my time being happy and having fun, so it's not about winning. What I found is that I was most happy when I was playing golf with my friends. That was when I was having the most fun, and because I was having fun and I wasn't so stressed out and so focused on trying to win, I actually did better. It was really weird. I guess it's because when you're having fun, you're relaxed and you just do better. At least for me it is. And so when I was not focused on winning and I was just focusing on having fun with friends, sometimes I actually ended up winning. It was really weird like that. Now, this sort of mentality can even be applied to something like YouTube. Now, I think I said this before in previous videos, but I'll say it again here. I don't make YouTube videos to become super popular. I don't look at sub counts, I don't look at view counts, I don't look at likes, dislikes, or any of that stuff. That's not why I make YouTube videos. What I'm really interested in is starting discussions among people and getting people to think and express their opinions. That's why at the end of each video, I don't really ask for likes or anything like that, or subscriptions or anything like that. I don't really ask for that. I ask for your opinions about things because that's what's most interesting to me. Now, I get a lot of messages asking how do I make my channel bigger, and I see a whole bunch of YouTube drama about, you know, unsubscribing or subscribing or not liking this commentator or whatever. And I'm thinking, why? Why is this so important to people? Why are like the sub count and view count so important? Because, you know, if you try to judge your self-worth, and I'm not saying that this is how people are, but it seems like this. It seems like sub count and view count are so important that they're starting to judge their self-worth based on those numbers. And that can be scary at times, because if you don't have a lot of views or if you don't have a lot of subscribers, like me, then my self-worth, I would think I'm crap, you know. I would be feeling bad all the time, and I don't want to live my life like that. I don't want to judge my self-worth based on how popular I am on YouTube. That's just not how I want to operate. What brings me the most happiness from making YouTube videos is, well, one, just the act of making the video. I really like making videos, editing videos and audio, which is probably why I like to make source filmmaker movies as well. I also like talking with other people and hearing other people's opinions about stuff like video games, stuff like TF2, which is why I like to make videos and I ask the question, well, what do you think about this? Is this weapon OP? Is the Thompson OP? And I'm really curious as to what people say about that, because even though I may not agree with everyone, I'm still very curious as to what people think about this kind of stuff, and I wanna have people express their opinions, and that's what's most interesting for me. So those are my thoughts on long-term happiness. It's not so much about achieving the goal, because I think that when you achieve the goal, that sort of happiness only lasts for a short time, and then you're right back, grinding away at it again. And so it's the day-to-day experiences, the small little bits of happiness that happen every day that I think will lead to long-term happiness. Now, I want to thank Steve from Cross Counter TV for making this video about happiness. I think this is a very important topic, and it's good once in a while to, even though these are gaming channels, to realize that behind the YouTube username, behind the YouTube channel, there's a real person there. A real person with their own thoughts, their own opinions, their own feelings, and who's just trying to get through life, And I'm really glad that Steve made this video and got this discussion started on happiness. Now, I would like to hear your opinions about happiness and this whole idea of trying to achieve happiness in life. Please leave a comment below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.